Day 2. So I got majorly distracted yesterday on the task at hand. So originally it was going to be a wrap job, but as you can see, I tore out my whole interior. The floor is in terrible shape and the carpet was nasty, so that will be a task. But back to the wrap. Jed contacted the manufacturer of the material. He suggested, since it is an old boat and there's a lot of oxidation on it, that it should be sanded down, well, cleaned really well. I'm gonna sand it with 1,000 grit. Perhaps start with 500 just to get all that oxidation off, so it has a nice clean surface to stick to, because I do not want this coming off. He talked about some other things. They don't recommend it being underneath the water line, but I'm gonna put it under the water line. The design I needs it to go down to the bottom. Where we do wrap it, like on the front, overlap it I should say, needs 1 inch overlap. And they have a special glue that goes over all the seams to make sure that they don't come up. I'm going to remove the updated decals, the old tribal Malibu decals on the side with a heat gun, and then I'll start sanding. Both sides done. Spared you the boringness of removing decals. The numbers and letters and the registration stickers. So I'm gonna start wet sanding this. The oxidation is coming off. Well, it started to come off a little bit. I started at 1,000, 500, got down to 220 wet sanding. That finally started getting the job done. Repeat with 500, then repeat with 1,000. It is looking really good now. The gray doesn't have the white chalky in it anymore. I'm excited because I really do like this paint scheme. I like the retro look. Just did not like the condition the gel coat was in. It was really neglected when I got it. Decal rep, Avery, I believe is the company we're using. The only thing I do not like about this paint job, or gel coat, whatever you want to call it, this color scheme, that's the word I should say, is the gray on the outside of the boat, but it's so dominating. And the problem is it's primer gray. It looks like I just wet sanded a car getting ready to paint. It is exactly primer gray. I may change my mind on the wrap. I'm going to just wrap the gray. I've got 2 or 3 different colors that I want to replace that gray with. So that's the latest, is a whole lot of wet sanding. So this side is completely sanded, ready to buff. You can still see a ghost of the original Malibu sticker, but it is a lot whiter than it used to be. I also got it under a sunshade so that I can work on that floor without it being 1,000 degrees on it. Okay, I am using McGuire's Ultra Cut compound, so it's the heavy cut. This is going to take out all the sanding marks that I put on there with wet sanding. Using my Harbor Freight Special with the wool pad, and this is gonna do the job. If you don't already know, I'm a big Harbor Freight fan. Rub it around so it doesn't start flinging.